Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be an energy check-in love reading for my dearest Libras. Libra, we're going to take a look at the person most on your mind or your current situation. And if these messages resonate with you, I am going to ask that you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just a friendly reminder, I am available for private readings, so if you're after one, I do have those links down below. All right, my lovely Libras, let's get started. So your energy is showing up as the Knight of Wands in reverse, okay? Your person, the Page of Cups, and they're viewing you as the Four of Pentacles. What you're not seeing is the Moon, Cancer, Pisces energy. And the final outcome advice is the Knight of Pentacles. So I kind of feel like there's this message here for you to stay on your path here. All right, Libra, that you're definitely holding back. And a lot of you, you're just really non-committal about this person. And I can see why. I don't think that they can be trusted. I do think this person is very secretive. I think they've disappointed you definitely more than once here, Libra. All right, so I do think you're right to feel a little bit, to have kind of one foot in the door, one foot out. All right, with this Knight of Wands energy. Yeah, a lot of you've been really stressing about this though with the Nine of Swords. And you're viewing this person as the Devil in reverse, Capricorn energy. So you may see them as stubborn or pessimistic when it comes to love or this relationship. But a lot of you may realize this is something that you do need to let go of. Something that isn't quite in alignment with you, or it hasn't been healthy. There's been too much off and on, or it's like a friends with benefits situation, or they're treating you like an option. I don't think you can be trusted with, I don't think this person can be trusted. Page of Cups in reverse. I do feel like, yeah, I feel like this person isn't quite ready for intimacy, like true intimacy. The Page of Cups, they may be coming in with an apology after some sort of painful ending. I kind of feel like they don't want to fully let you go, but I would be wary about their communication. I would be wary about, you know, them calling you back in. I kind of feel like because they don't want this full-blown ending with you, but they're sensing that you're pulling back, Libra. And we see the Three of Pentacles. They might be worried that there's a third party that's going to, you know, swoop you up, get in the way. But I kind of feel like this is kind of like a friends with benefits situation, or this person's been treating you that way. And yeah, I think you might have this person blocked, or you're not talking to this person. They may even be feeling a little bit jealous here about somebody around you, like a friend, or maybe they just heard, or they sense, or they're worried that you're moving on. Some of you, they think you've moved on with a third party and you're lying about it if you've denied it to them. But I think you're just not talking to this person, and they just assume that you're kind of moving on with somebody else. This person's very secretive. Now, normally I love the Moon card because it's Cancer, Pisces energy, and it's deep romance, you know, it's intuition. But it can also be looking at things through borrowed light. The Page of Wands, they're going to take a risk or a leap of faith towards you because they're worried they're missing an opportunity. But, you know, Libra, for a lot of you, it just feels like it's too little, too late. And look at this Knight of Pentacles. He's walking away. So a lot of you, you've worked really hard to, you know, to try to let this go. Okay. And sorry about the background noise. The King of Wands. You're in a successful, attractive energy. I think you're standing your ground here, Libra, with someone who may be bringing you a lot of drama. Now, for those of you where there hasn't been a deal breaker for you and you do want to give this relationship a shot, you know, I do see that, you know, that you may manifest some sort of union here. It does feel like there's unfinished business, but I kind of feel like Spirit's saying for the vast majority of my Libras here, you know, the King of Wands stands his ground, and he's not going to let someone keep him in reactive mode, you know, and someone who's like consistently disappointing or not showing up for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and see, you know, as I'm saying that, my little dog barked because our cat is trying to get in the office, which he's certainly allowed to be in here, but you know, he's trying to get in. Okay, like scratching at the door, and I will let him in as soon as this reading is over. But you know, it kind of feels like this person's trying to come back into your life. And you know, I think there's a lot of red flags here, but let's dig a little deeper. This person might be a night owl, speaking of cats, going out on the hunt at nighttime. They're very motivated and they're judgmental. So some of you, they have been kind of judgmental. I'd be careful though of this person projecting like jealousy onto you, or projecting like you hiding the fact that you're with somebody else or dealing with somebody else, because I feel like, you know, that like, you know, when, you know, most of the time people who don't cheat, people who are not cheaters usually don't accuse other people of cheating. I mean, unless there's like, you know, a lot of evidence. So I would just be aware of this person's energy. All right, we see that they're actually behind the scenes heartbroken. They are going to try to come in as friends, or they might ask you to meet up and converse. I'd be careful. I think, yep, you've been healing and moving on from this, Libra. And a lot of you, you know, you're avoiding this person, or you're still angry, or you're still hurt. So are they going to come in with an apology? Yeah, they're going to come in and try. Some of you may accept it. That may be what you're manifesting if this is not somebody you're ready to give up on. But for others of you, I think you are going to keep this person blocked. So you're going to have to let me know in the comment section down below. We did see that vulnerable energy coming through. So a lot of you have been very open and vulnerable with this person. This person might be a little bit low-key obsessed with you. I'm also seeing with the Nine of Swords, like they might have had you in that energy, but I think you're kind of realizing that there wasn't something particularly healthy here. Spirit's saying that whatever you decide to do here, Libra, go slow and take your time, you know, making a decision here. And if this person is going to reach out, which for a lot of you, I think they will, if you're going to unblock them or what have you, you know, just go slow. Don't jump back on, you know, on the saddle here with this person, or jump back in the saddle until you know what they're really truly offering you, and making sure their actions line up with their words. All right. So Libras, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.